Hi, so I'm Dion from Eflowtion, one of the healing guides, offering EFT and Soma along with my wife Rebecca. So if you're interested in having an EFT or Soma breath session, check out the link below. Today we will be doing a EFT tapping on fear of judgment. So if that resonates for you, taking full responsibility for your own well-being, and let's tap. Even though I have this fear of judgment, I'm judging what people will think of me, and it's holding me back. I still deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Even though I have this fear of judgment, I'm fearing what people will think, or I'm fearing what I think. And all this fear of judgment, I still deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Even though I have all this fear of judgment, it's holding me back from what I want to do in life, and it doesn't feel good. I'm very fearful of it. I still deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. All this fear of judgment, all this fear. If I go forward in life, even if I try to go forward in life, I have all this fear. What will people think of me if I try to succeed? If I try to move forward in life? All this fear of judgment, it's holding me back, because I'm fearing what people will think of me, fearing their judgment, and maybe, just maybe, some of this fear might not be my own. Because if we move forward in life, sometimes that means people fear that they get left behind. Or at least that's how they perceive it. So it's best for me to stay exactly where I am. Because if I choose to do what I want in life, there'll be all this fear, and I won't succeed. But that's not my fear. It's like a fishing net that they cast to catch me and keep me in place. Sometimes it's done out of love. Sometimes it's done out of control. But mainly it comes from a place of fear. And sometimes, if we have no evidence of people keeping us in place with this fear of judgment, that this fear of judgment, all this fear of judgment, might be coming from within. Because if I put myself out there, take that step forward, I might be exposing myself. And that would make myself vulnerable. One could even argue that it just keeps me where I am. Because where I am is somewhat comfortable and somewhat safe. But I want to achieve something in life. And this fear of judgment that I have within myself is holding me back. And it makes me anxious. And it makes me feel stressed. And I just want what I want. But there's that part of me that's afraid to step forward. It's anxious to step forward. But I have evidence in my life where no matter if these people said, "Don't leave me behind," or if I told myself, if I step forward, worst case possible, and even when all that was said to me, and I step forward, and I may have stumbled in my step, but I learned from that, and I continued to walk forward. And learnt from the fear of judgment. And learnt that it wasn't that scary. That sometimes the anxiety means possibly means it's what we truly want. So I'm being vulnerable. I'm taking a brave step forward. One giant leap for mankind. And I'm taking another step. And another step. And another step. And I'm learning and growing. I'm leaving that fear of judgment behind. Releasing myself from that fear of judgment. Letting it all go. Releasing. Releasing that fear of judgment. Releasing that anxiety. Releasing that fear. Focusing on what I want in life. And knowing I can succeed. No matter what people say. No matter what I tell myself. I'm feeling that fear of judgment. And I'm letting it go. Releasing that fear. Releasing that fear. Releasing that fear of judgment. I won't get it right all the time, but I can't get it right if I don't start at all. I'm releasing that fear. And I'm stepping forward in body, mind, and spirit. And just taking a deep breath in and then letting it out. And seeing where that fear of judgment sits with you. Maybe it's lessened, maybe it's gone up a little bit more. If so, repeat the video. And if not, maybe have a session with either myself or my wife, Rebecca. I'm Dion, a healing guide from Eflowtion, and we look forward to seeing more of you.